Hello, hello, hello. It's Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrapping on the Go. And it's Friday, which means it's Mixed Media Frenzy Day with Krista, the two Kathys, Ronnie Sue, the Scrappy Sisters, and myself. And each Friday, we scrap lift a layout. And this is a layout that I picked for our collaboration team. We all pick a layout to scrap lift, and then we just keep rotating. All right, so here are some of the products that I plan on using. Doesn't mean I end up using them. I have my photograph. We'll come back to that. I have some clear vinyl stickers from Vicki Boutin. And then I took the Vicki Boutin stamp and used black archival ink. And I stamped out my flowers off camera. Next is applying the watercolor to my stamped image. I'm using Jane Davenport colors, and there are 4 shades of green in this palette. And then I'm using a number 8 round tip paintbrush. And I don't pay high quality for my paintbrushes, so you can use any paintbrush. It doesn't matter. As long as you just make sure that you rinse your paint off of your brushes, let them dry, you're good to go. And so I'm just going to sit here and watercolor all these in. So while you watch me do that, I just want to remind you that listed below in the description box will be the links to all the ladies' channels for Mixed Media Frenzy, so that you can go check out their version of scrap lifting this layout. And it's really a nice, simple layout to scrap lift. You could actually go through your scrapbooking supplies, and if you have lots of flowers, you could just use those. Or you can take any flower stamped image in your collection, and trust me, I have a lot. I love flowers, butterflies, hearts. And then the next thing that I like is just a lot of mixed media, general shapes or word letters, geometric shapes. So anyway, my whole point is that any type of stamp will work. And you just use any type of watercolor paints that you have on hand. Then you just let them dry. Now, I do suggest that you don't use a real cheap white cardstock. I use Close to My Heart. It has a decent weight. It's not as heavy as a watercolor paper, which you can certainly use a watercolor paper, and it'll just give you more texture. All right, so as you can tell, I painted all my flowers, and I fussy cut them out off camera. I did not use a die. I fussy cut those out. And then, as you can tell, I have 3 different flower shapes there. And then here are just the few little embellishments that I have that I'm re-showing you. And in the sketch, there are 2 thin lines going down. And you can mimic that using washi tape. You could use a pen, or you can use paper. I'm using washi tape. And as you notice, I decided that I didn't want my background to be solid white. I wanted some more visual interest. So I switched it out to a 12 by 12 paper from Pink Fresh Studio. I don't remember the name. I don't think I have the branding strip in front of me. I don't know which collection, but it is from Pink Fresh Studio. All right, and now I've got my archival ink, and I'm using this rubber stamp that has scripty words that are, what do you say, not readable, okay, because it's just for art. There's no saying, you cannot make it out. It's just to use for a background for mixed media. And that makes it great because then your viewer isn't trying to read real tiny words. It's just there as a visual interest, another layer on your background. And the ink I was using is from Ranger, just called Archival ink. All right, now I'm bringing back the photograph, and the photograph are of my nieces. So the one to the right is my sister-in-law, and she is married to my husband's younger brother. It's my husband's younger brother. The two nieces that are to the left of my one niece to the right, that they are by marriage my nieces. That would be my sister-in-law's brothers, two children, and we all are just a great group of family. We always have clicked. And so anyway, this photograph is 7-8 years old. I got to look up the date, and we are actually at what was it called? It's where lots of famous country singers got together, and it's a 3-day event outside. And Wild Way Country, well, I don't know, I can't remember, but it was held in Melbourne, Florida. I can tell you that much. All right, so as you can tell, I cut my flowers in half, and I started my one row, was really careful in lining it up with the washi tape, and then I just took my other ones and layered them all in, and it gives just a nice, lovely texture and depth to the page. Now I need to add my other strip, and I'm using this other thin washi tape that just has XOs on it, and it is so old that it's kind of lost its stickiness, but I love the thinness. I love the little gold in it. And so what I use is the Art Glitter Glue, and I created a line. I used the ruler to create a straight line so that it would stay secure. Now I got out some Dylusion shimmer paint in black, and I added my splatters. Controlled splatters, because I am really trying to stay true this time to this layout. I know a lot of times I just take something from the layout to scrap lift, and then I kind of veer off a little bit from it. Sometimes I'll veer off like 50%, it'll be 50-50. But I really do try to stay about 75% true to the layouts that we're scrap lifting. I added a small little cluster to the lower right of the photograph, as you can tell. Here's the close-ups, and I added a couple of jewels, and that's it. I appreciate you all. Get out your photographs, get out your mixed media, and document your memories in a fun, creative way, and keep coming back. Give us a thumbs up. Bye.